Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me Anil and we are in the series of online food ordering website using ASP.NET. So in previous video, that is part number 4, we have seen how we can add a category, and this video is a continuation part of 4, and today we'll see we're going to display the category which has been added and how we can update that as well as delete that. Okay. So first we'll implement this clear function. Okay, like when we click on this clear button, the fields whatever like we have entered, it gets cleared. So let's do that. Let's stop it. Here it's a click clear button. On click event and to create new event. So that event has been created here in category.asps page. Now here in this button click event, we need to call this clear function. That's it. Okay. Now after that, what we want to do, yeah, we need to display the categories. For that, we're going to create that function get category. Press Control dot. It will ask to generate that method. So just click on generate method. So it will going to create that method for us. So here we'll use this query. Okay, again here same problem, like I've just pasted the code, that's why it's not getting the class here. So I'm just typing it manually. You can see now it will work. Okay, right now we don't have this where we want to display the record. Okay, for that, like we need to take repeater control for displaying the record. Okay, for right now, like I am commenting this both line, control KC. Okay, go back to our design page. We have taken here row and this where it get closed here. So after that, we need to take our repeater control to for displaying the record. Okay, so we'll use some code from the above one. Let's open here. Like suppose we can use this div, then this for the title. Okay, so these two line we can use. Just copy it. After this div tag, we're going to use that. Okay, paste that and let's close the div which we have opened. Okay, okay, so here instead of category we need to take a category list, because we are going to display the list of categories there. Okay, and here instead of 4 we need to take here 8, because 4 we have taken the above, and in bootstrap, like the column, it divided into 12 parts. The first one 6, the above, that is 6, it was here 4. Now we need to take 8, that is 8 plus 4 12, right? So here again we need to take here 8. Save it. Here we'll take here mobile inputs. Now here we'll take div tag. Again div tag inside it. So here in this div tag we'll take first class, bootstrap class, card block, table border, table border style, and in this div we'll take class for data table, table responsive, table responsive, um, yeah, table is not embedded. I need to remove this. Yeah, table responsive. Now here within this div tag we need to take our repeater control. Go to toolbox, and for data, inside this data you can see repeater control here. Double click on it or just drag and drop. Okay, we'll change here the ID for it. Okay, we are using repeater, that's why I'm taking your R, and it's for category, right? So that's why I am taking your category. Okay, save it. Now let's uncomment this, the code that we had commented. Control KU, it will get uncomment, and now it should, the error should go on. Okay, spelling mistake here. Okay. Now inside this repeater control we need to display that the heading part, like how many heading part we need to display, the columns head. Okay, the column name that we need to display, that's we're going to take here. So here header template is there. For that, in that we need to define our header template, that is the column, how many columns we need to take here. Okay, so here with for that we will going to take here table tag. Within table tag we're going to use table row, how many row, like we need to create the based on the how many columns we have to use. Okay, we need to display. So in table row we are taking the table headings. So how many table heading we need to take here? Let's copy the first one and paste it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in first one we'll take name, in second image, third one is active, fourth one created date, and fifth one action, what action we need to perform, like edit or delete. Okay, save it. So we have defined our columns, what columns it should there. Okay, and now after the header template we need to take the item template also, like where we need to display our record. Okay, before that here inside this, like I need to take some class. Okay, that is used in data table, which I'm going to use in a moment. Okay, so let's add that class. Table plus, but right now it won't display here, so I'm going to remove here. But after adding the data table files, and then we'll going to add that. Okay, that class. Okay, so let's complete the item template after the header template. Press enter. So let's take item template. So here in item template, let's take table row. In table row we will take table data for displaying the data. Okay, how many columns we have taken above? 5. So need to take 5 table data, copied, paste, 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 5, 3 to 5. Okay. So in first one, like we have to display the name of the category, right? So here for displaying that, will directly use your eval function. For that, like we can use angular bracket, percentage, okay, then hash hash eval function you have to use. Between double quotes we need to pass the column name. The column name is a name, okay. uh, yeah, it's a name. But it's giving error. Okay, now it should go on. Yeah. After that, we don't need to pass a space before that, the hash, okay. But after that hash we can pass the space, okay, it will work. Hmm? Now we have done for the name, okay, name column. The same for image, okay. And for image, like we need to display the image, okay. So for that, okay, first display that the image path, okay. After that we're going to display the image also instead of that path, okay. The third one is active or not, okay. We'll display that. Then created date, within action, like we don't need to take that, we need to take controls for editing as well as delete. That means a button type we're going to take, okay. So here, after name, image URL, that is a column name we are using here, okay. Then is active, created date, created date, okay. So we need to check this column name is same what we have used in our store procedure, because we are getting the value from the store procedure. So we need to check the store procedure first. Can see the select one here, so it's getting from the table. That means we need to check the tables column for the categories. Open category ID, name, image, URL, is active, created date, okay. That means all columns are right, correct, okay. Now let's just save it uh, and run and see, okay. Let's run and see this code, because in previous video we have inserted one record, pizza, for the category. Click on execute. Yeah, there is one record, but here can see it didn't get displayed, okay. That because of we didn't call that in the page load event. When the page load gets loaded, we didn't call that event here, okay. So for that it didn't get displayed that, okay. So let's stop it and do that first. So here first we'll want to take if not is post back, here we have taken exclamation mark, then is post back. So here it will going to check whether the page is loaded for the first time or not. Here if condition, it will check if it is not loaded for the first time. At that time it will going to execute the code within the if block. Okay, so here we'll take here the first session. We are using the session for breadcrumb, because on which current page we are open, that name should display in the breadcrumb. Okay, so for that we are taking this session breadcrumb. We'll pass here the value of which page is open. Our page is category, right? So we have given here category as value. Then after that we'll check here session. Okay, we'll do it later because we are not good doing the login part right now. So yeah, after that the if block here will disable the label message. Not yeah, will display, yeah, lbl message dot visible, will make it false. Okay, save it. Now we want to use this session in our breadcrumb. We have used that, taken that breadcrumb in admin master. Yeah, just before the content placeholder, can see our breadcrumb that we have used here. Okay, so here instead of breadcrumb we'll take here dashboard, and here we'll pass the href, like for the dashboard.axps, that is our page that we have taken, dashboard.axps page. Okay, by default dashboard. Then other than dashboard, we're going to display here with the help of session. We are passing the session value to the session in all pages, like which page we are opening, that name going to display after the dashboard. Okay, so instead of this we'll take here response.write. Here we'll call the session value breadcrumb, which this session we have taken in our the code behind page category. Okay, so here it will store the value of breadcrumb, uh, that is category. Okay, so we'll use the same for our in dashboard page. Okay, so open the dashboard.axps.cs page here. So in page load event, first we'll check whether this page is open for the first time, is post back or not. Okay, so here we'll paste that. Here we'll display a null message, means we'll do not going to display any message because we have already taken the default as this one dashboard. You can see here in admin master we have taken the default, that is dashboard. Other than that, if you open any pages like category, other pages, then here it will going to display that page name. Okay, so that's why for the dashboard page we will not going to use any record over here. So I'm saving this page. Okay, for the dashboard, let's close this one. Let's remove this. Okay, so we have done that breadcrumb part. Now we'll going to do that the selected menu, which menu selected, we need to do that, uh, that we need to do in master page, this one. At the top we'll do that here. So that part we have already done in our uh, user master page. So let's open that user master, this one, open it. Copy this and paste just before the content placeholder. Okay, if you want this code, I will like put the description. Like you can download that code from there, from the description. I will going to provide the link, download link. Okay, for this script, as well as for that the store procedure. The in previous part, like I've used the store procedure and all, right? So I will going to provide the link for that in the description of the video. You can find from there. Okay, and as well as the file and links for that for the data table I'm going to use. I will also provide that download link in the description. Now yeah, for this one, like I need to add this ID as well in our admin master. Navigation is here. So here in the div tag, so here we'll take an ID and going to paste that navbar supported content which we have copied from here, that we have taken right now. Here you can see this one, so just copy it and paste over here. Here, okay, inside this nav tag. Okay, here we'll need to take ID. Okay, so just save it and now run it. You can see still we didn't get that record for display here. If we click on inspect, let's see what we are going to get here. Let's close this one. Yeah, open this. Now you can see here inside this div table responsive, there is no record at the moment. Oh, we didn't call that function, get category function, in our page load event. That's why it's not. Yeah, we didn't call that. Stop it again and call that and run it again. Okay, so here we have taken get, what is the name, first check what is the name, get categories, copy it and call it over here, get categories. Okay, as well as we need to uncomment. Okay, we have already uncommented that over here. Okay, now you can run, press F5 to run it. Now you can see the record, the first one, the name, that is pizza. The second one, that is the image path that is present inside the images folder. This is the whole path of the image, and the checkbox, that is active or not. We have checked is active, so that's why the value is true, and the date and time, on which date and time we have added that category, will display here. Now we need to design it properly. For that, like we are using here data table, which will allow us to get print of the all the categories record. Means we can get the printout, as well as we can download it in PDF format, or we can download it in Excel format, as well as we can filter. That means we can search by name, the category we can search by name, as well as like suppose if category is more than 10, suppose 12 categories there, so that will going to add pagination. That means there will be added page 1 or 2. On the first page it will going to display first 10 records. If you click on the second page, it will going to display the other 10 records. Okay, so it will do all that features, and it will like it will be responsive, like for a weekly mm, resize this browser. Okay, it will going to adapt it accordingly. Okay, so it's like responsive, so it's like good to use it. Okay, now you can see here the dashboard. We are currently in the category page. That wise here on the breadcrumb can see after dashboard categories displayed here. If we go for the dashboard page, you can see that has been removed because we are on dashboard. That's why dashboard we are showing here. If we go for these categories, Okay, we didn't add that in the that menu. Okay, let's add that. So go in the Visual Studio, go for the admin master, where the menu that we have taken, that this one, uh, here, yeah, href, we need to replace here with the category dot aspx. Save it. Okay, now refresh here. Now click on categories. Yeah, now it's open. You can see the breadcrumb has been changed. Okay, we have done this one, the selected menus. We are right now open the category, so it gets selected this category menu, right? But it still selected the dashboard. Let's check. Maybe here active is there. You can see here the class active is added for the dashboard. That's why it's already active, means selected. You need to remove this, remove it, save it, and refresh it. Now it will going to select the categories which is selected, but still it's not selected. Okay, let's go for the dashboard. Okay, it's not going selected. Okay, let's inspect this. Press F12, it will open the developer mode. Okay, dollar is not reference. Okay, we have used that jQuery inside this page, not this dashboard. We have used in the master page. Here, this one, we have used a jQuery, the symbol, dollar symbol, like it's denotation of the that jQuery. So we need to add jQuery at the header part. Okay, in the head section. So let's copy the code or link for the jQuery from the footer part. Here jQuery is there, so let's copy this one and comment here. So we'll going to comment this path, jQuery path, and we'll paste at the above in the head tag. Here we're going to paste here, save it. So our jQuery file will be at the top at the head part. Save it. Now refresh it. Now the error will go on. We are gone. Error is gone. Now close. Can see dashboard is selected. That means we are right now in dashboard page. If we click on categories, the categories menu will be selected. Okay, now it's working properly. Now we'll going to use data table for this one. We have taken repeater control here, right? So for that we are going to use our data table, which is a third party library. Okay, we're going to use here. So for that, like, I will be providing you some files. You need to paste it in your project and need to reference that library link in our project, that means in our admin master page. Okay, so let's stop it. So I am having a folder called data tables. Okay, so I'm just copying it. I will provide that folder in a zip file. Okay, can download that from the description of the video. Okay, so uh, just paste that inside our assets folder. Here inside the asset folder, right click on assets folder, click on paste. So that folder data tables is now added here. It has 4 folders. First CSS, second fonts, third images, and then JS. Okay, now we need to add the reference, the files that present inside that folder, data table folder, will reference that link here. Okay, in head tag as well as just before ending of the body tag, we'll add there. Okay, So after this, so here reference the three file link, okay, that is all style sheet, that is css file link, okay, that is present inside this css folder inside the data tables, in asset folder data tables, then within the css folder there is three files, like one for icon font cs and bootstrap for responsive, and data table bootstrap for cs file, okay. These three css file present inside this our folder can show you in css. Can see the first one data tables, icon font, yeah, that is also there, responsive, bootstrap minified, yeah, bootstrap for minified css, that is also there, okay. Now at the bottom, just before the ending of the bootstrap tag, we also give there your add after this script tag, okay. So I'm pasting here, yeah, this is a reference we need to add just before the end of body tag, okay. All these files are present inside our folders or data tables. If you want, I can show you, that is for js, all js files, that is javascript files, can see here in js, yeah, all files were there here, okay. All files that reference here, all files present inside is here inside this folder, js folder, okay. So I need to reference this, or else I will provide that this all this link header as well as this body tag link I will provide in the description. You can download from there, okay. So we have referenced that, okay. Now we need to use the class that we are using here for this data table. So let's add that. uh, Here table plus there, still not showing, okay, no problem. So here we'll take your table plus, okay. Then at the end where we have to take action class, here we need to take data table non sort, save it. Now let's run and see. Okay, but still didn't applied over here. Inspect it. Nothing is not taking that. Mm. So here in the table tag we need to take some classes, bootstrap classes. Let's save it. Now refresh this page in the browser. Now it should work. Yeah, now it's on something. Can see here. Now here instead of the image path will display the actual image, okay. For that we'll need to create one function, okay. So go to connection class. Your inside this util class we're going to create one method of type static. So this is a method like we are created here, that is get image URL. In this function, like we have to pass the URL which is in object format, okay. And here what we it will do, like the image URL like we have pass, I'm going to pass here. First it will check whether it is empty or not. If it is not empty, that means, or not null, then if it is null or empty, at that time it will going to add the a default image name. Like right now we don't have any images with this name, so we'll going to add in a moment. So suppose if it is there is no URL, that is for the category, when we are about to display the category data in our repeater control, at that time suppose there is no image for the for particular category. At that time we want to display a default image, that is no category or image present for the category. Okay, so for that we're going to use this no image, which will display that means there is no image present for that category. So that's why we're going to use this no image dot png. So we're going to add that inside our images folder in a moment. Okay, so if there is no data present for the image, okay, if it is present, then it will going to for take that and format it into image. Okay, and you means URL, and it will going to format it into URL, and we're going to pass that URL. Okay, don't need this. Okay, now we need to use this function in our design page of our category, where we are displaying the image path. Okay, now we will, instead of this, we need to take image control for displaying it. Okay, so here let's take okay, let's stop first project and take here the image control. Okay, here we're not going to use our image control, not ASP.NET image control. We're going to use HTML image control, that is img. Here in HTML you will get image img. Okay, so here in src we need to take your utils get image URL. Okay, right now we didn't able to access this utils. Okay, okay, like we need to use the namespace, in which namespace we have used this class. This util class is present inside this connection class, right? And it is present in a namespace called footy, right? So we need to use that in our design page as well. Here we need to take at the rate, and you can see here import. So here we are importing the namespace, and the namespace value project name. What project name is? I think it's foodie. Yeah, it's foodie. So we need to give a foodie. Okay, save it. Now we will see that error will be gone. Yeah, now it's color change to gray. That means yeah, it's now found that class in our project. Okay, in this class you will going to find this method get image URL, and it will going to pass the image path. Okay, which is coming from the column image URL of a table categories table. Okay, now let's save this and run and see. Okay, the image size is quite big. We need to resize it first. Let's give your width, image width 40 pixel. Save, refresh. Now yeah, we need to remove the image path. Okay, because we have taken that this one, the image. So let's remove this one. Okay, save it. Now refresh. Okay, after name the image is there, then this one, and say the is active, then date. Okay, but still it's not displaying in proper in our order. Okay, let's do some changes over here inside this data table. Let's copy this class and paste it here in the table data. Save it, refresh. Press F12. Let's see whether we are getting any error or not. Okay, we are getting an error for data tables. Okay, now I got it. Like a table tag starts here and close before the where data is displayed. Table should close after displaying the data, right? So it get closed before displaying the data. So that's why it's not working properly. So let's change it and make it proper. Table tag starts here. Okay, so here we need to take here table head, it is t head. So we need to close it here. Instead of table we need to take the t head closing, and we need to take t body. Okay, and then we need to close the t body. After the atom template we need to take here footer template. Inside this we need to close that t body in that table tag. Okay, so let's close that. T body close, then the table close. Just save it. Now refresh your page in browser. Now it should work. Yeah, it's worked. Now the error has gone. The error has gone. You can see. Just close it. Now it's displaying properly. Okay. Now want to change the format, date format, like, okay, and here in next we need to take columns. Sorry, we need to take buttons for the update and delete. Okay, and here for is active, we need to take one label control for displaying whether it's active or not. Okay, so let's take here one label control. I've taken here id lbl is active and the text is active. Okay, so we'll remove this part. Save it. So here let's take two link button for edit and delete. Okay, so the first link button is for edit and the second link button is for delete. Okay, so in the first link button I have given the link id name as lnk link edit. Okay, and the second one lnk link delete. Okay, so here text is added, and I've taken a class. Okay, bootstrap class. After that I've taken here argument, command argument. I'm in that I'm passing the category id. Okay, and taken the command name which is edit. Okay, and I have taken here I tag, like for that is for the icon. Okay, ti pencil, that means it will display the pencil icon for the edit. Okay, then for the second one, like text is delete and the command name is delete. Okay, and I've given the class. Okay, and here in command argument I have passed the same, that is category id. Okay, and in the command name here edit, and here it is delete. Okay, and now like when we click on delete button, it should first ask for confirmation whether we want to delete or not. Okay, so that's why here I've taken here on client click event. Okay, and here it will return the confirm javascript confirm message. Okay, do you want to delete this category? So it will, like if it is click no, no action will be performed. If it is x, that means delete operation will be performed. Okay, so this is what we have taken for for the column action. Okay, so let's save it and refresh the browser. Now you can see here action is there. Okay, now if we minimize our screen little bit, you can see this plus icon has came here. If you open, you can see this other option like action for edit and delete. Okay, if we click on here delete, now it will ask for this confirmation. Click cancel. If we click on OK, it will give us error right now because we didn't implement some. Okay, didn't find that. So let's do that for updating as well as deleting. Okay, when we click on here pencil icon for editing. Okay, so this data should be get filled in this form, like the pizza text should come in the text box and the is active, that means true. Okay, that means it should be selected, this is active. Okay, and the image is there. Okay, so it should get selected here at the bottom image after the image button. Okay, after this button add or clear button. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, and yeah, let's close this. Now here for the repeater control, we need to take two events. Okay, the first one, that is on item command. On item command, let's create an event. So our event has been created here. You can see the file is not saved. The second event we need to take here on item data bound. On item data bound, let's create event. Event is created in code behind page. If you open, you can see this both event has been generated here. Okay, now item command event will use the code here. Okay, so okay, first deal with this, type it manually. Okay, connection, C is capital here, should work now, still same. Okay, type it again, select it, connection, should work now. Yeah, one more place is there. Yeah, here, connection. So what we have done here, I first make the LBL, that is label, set to visible set to false. Okay, and I have taken a command name that is coming from our design page. Can see here we have taken the command name for both the link button. In the edit link button, the command name is edit, and for the delete link button, that is command name is delete. Okay, so based on that, which command name is there, it will perform that operation. Okay, yeah, so how it will come to know like which command name it's like which button is clicked. So based on that command name will identify which link button is clicked, whether we have to edit it or whether we have to delete it. So based on that command name, that's why we have used a command name, and with the command name we have passed the command argument. So with the command argument we can find which category we need to edit or delete. So there we can find the category ID as well. Okay, so here first we'll get the connection string. Okay, from the connection class within the SQL connection. Okay, then we'll call our store procedure, and we'll pass the action. We need to get here uh, get by id. In get by id, like we will pass our category id that is coming from command argument. Okay, so we'll pass that category id here, and it will get the record based on the category id. Okay, so after that here, like we have to tell that it's a type of store procedure. Then in SQL adapter we are passing the object of the SQL command. Okay, then like we have initialized this a data table. Okay, and in that, like we have filled the value coming from the store procedure. Okay, so we have filled that inside this dt object. So dt object will going to store the categories record value. Okay, now we have to fetch a record from the data table object and going to store or assign to the control. Like for that name we are assigning to the text box, that is tst name dot text. Okay, so here we will assign value through this. Okay, so first we need to convert into string, that is dot to string. Okay, so at zero index there is column name is name. Okay, and the same for each active column. So we need to first convert it into boolean because we are getting the value true or false, right? So that's why we need to convert it into boolean and assign it to the checkbox. Okay, that is each active name we have given. Then the image url, we have taken the image, the id also. Okay, the id we are assigning the image url. Now first we'll assign this the column. Okay, but first we need to check that whether this value is empty or not. Means for the image url column, suppose we have given the option like we are not updating or not adding the image at the time of insertion. That means the image url column value will be null, right? So we need to first check that also. Okay, so that's why we check here it's null or empty. If it is null, then we are going to assign the default image. Okay, that default image. Okay, we'll add in a moment in the folder images. Okay, we'll add that image. First see this the code. Okay, if it is null, that at that time it will display this image from the images folder. If it is not null, okay, at that time it will going to get the path from the database table. Okay, and we're going to assign, and we need to give the concurrent to the path coming from the database. Okay, so it will going to get the actual path to display the image. Okay, then okay, let's assign into it new line, this one. Yeah, save it. After that, like I have given the height and width for the this image. Okay, the image control. Then here I am assigning the category id value to the hidden field which I have taken in the design page. Now here I am assigning the category id to the hidden field. Okay, and the text for the button, the text name for the button I am taking here as update because we want to update our category right now. Okay, so at that time, like the text change from add to update. Okay, and the link button I have to fetch like which link button I need to find here. So here first it will going to find that control from the design, that is with the help of id link edit. Okay, and that in that link I have taken some bootstrap class, that is warning. That means which item, which category we have selected for edit. Okay, at that time that edit the icon, pencil icon used for editing or displaying in the browser, right? So that icon will change to brown. That means we'll come to know which category is been now ready to update. Okay, that is for updating part, this one. Okay, it will not going to update, it will going to just fill all the records in the forms. Will assign the data to the controls in the form, like the text box. It will fill the text box value of a with the name of the category, the checkbox whether it is checked or not, the image control whether the image is there or not. So based on that it will fill that, and as well as the hidden ID, like hidden value also, which store the category ID. So it basically just fetch data from the database and going to fill all the controls which have been used in the forms. Okay, so that user can update the existing category easily. Okay, if it is a delete part, then it will going to delete that data from here, from this query. Okay, till here. Okay, so here for it will check in else if I have given this command name. Actually we have taken only two command, that is edit and delete. So here first check for the edit. If we didn't pass here if condition, else if only else we have given, then also it will work, because if it is not the edit command name, that means then it will of course a delete command. So that's why we didn't use this if after the else, then it will work, or we can use it, there is no problem. Okay, first it will first this condition, sorry, this connection, single connection. Okay, uh, or we can use it once. Okay, so we don't need to use twice, so we'll comment here this one, and we'll use this connection outside the if block, just cutting the code from here and pasting it here, save it. Okay, so now this connection string will be available for this if block as well as for the else block. We don't need to take twice for every like every operation like we are when we are performing. Now like it will for deleting, like it will going to call the action delete. We need to pass this same name like we have used in our store procedure. That's why like we need to use the same action name over here, like no spelling mistakes should be there. I have used everything in capital letters in store procedure. That's why I'm using it in capital. Okay, the delete, then get by id, then edit, uh, no, not for edit. Yeah, it was there, but I will do that later. Select. Okay, so all that been like then here insert also, insert update. Okay, so all the action names should be same. Then for the add delete, like we need to pass the category id, which category we need to delete. So the id is coming from the command argument. Okay, so we need to first define, like, tell it like it's a type of store procedure. Then within the try block it will first open the connection, then execute the non-query part, means it will go to execute our the store procedure, and after that it will go to visible our label control, and then we'll display text to it like category deleted successfully with the background color as success, that is green color. Then it will go into display the updated categories list. Okay, in the browser. Suppose if mm, uh, generated any exception, it will go to handle over here and display the label in the browser. Okay, finally it will go to close our connection. Okay, so now let's this run and see. Let's click on here edit. It will going to fill here record the control here, as well as the this one is active is true, that means it is selected here, and the image, which image is there, has been displayed over here. Okay, now let's update the image and see. Like I am using making it pizzas. Okay, and updating the image. Let's select some other image. Okay, pizza. For now I am selecting this image and I am making it not active. Okay, and you can see the previous the button name was add, now it's update. Okay, if you want it, like you can clear it also, like we click on clear, it will go to clear the field. Okay, now if you click on update, it will go to update that record. Okay, okay, I've added breakpoint over here. Let's click on it. It will going to remove that breakpoint. Now press F10. It will go forward. Can see the category ID is now 1 because we have passed that hidden category ID to the hidden field. So here you can see the value is 1. That means that the actual category ID value. Okay, so here now you can see here in category ID that is 1, right? So that is not equal to 0. That means this time update will be there as the action name. Okay, then here it will check that file name and it will going to save in our project folder. Okay, and then it will going to open our connection, then we'll going to execute the store procedure. You can see here this time it will going to display as updated in action name. You can see here updated. So here the text form to display that category updated successful, then it will going to display the updated categories list. Okay, then we're going to close the connection, continue. So it will open and display the updated one. Can see here this is the updated one. Okay, within this remove this image after updation. Okay, that means on the clear, like we didn't use this for clearing the image field. Okay, we'll do that also. I have to add one image, that is the default image, uh, displaying no image text on the image. That means if there is no image selected for the category, instead of that null, it will display that default image for the that particular category. Okay, so let's do that as well as this one also will do. Means after updating all, if we click on, suppose if we click on here any particular image. Okay, so the image has changed, right? If we click on here as well as here. Okay, as well as here, now we click on clear, that this one all the fields has been clear, but still this image is not cleared. So that means we need to clear that also on the click on clear button. Okay, as well as the add we have to add the default image in the images folder. Let's close this, and okay, let's check this also, like if we click on delete, whether we are able to delete or not. Okay, so let's click on delete. If we cancel, it will do nothing, and delete, it will delete it. Can see there is no data to display in table, right? So the category has been deleted successfully. Okay, okay, now let's do that. Let's stop this first. Okay, so in clear button, clear function where we have call. Okay, so here we need to uh, mm, that category, the image id, image control id we need to take, that is img category. This is the image paste dot uh, visible is equals to false. We'll make it false because we don't want to disable visible at that moment. Okay, so save it. Let me check, like the image control default visible value, what is that? The default value, okay, it's already visible. mm, okay, that means I need to take here the image url, the image url string.empty. That means there is no the url of the image. Okay, and we need to add that image in the folder images. Okay, so let's close this. Here is our here is our image folder. Open it. So here we need to take that image file. Let's paste it here. Can see this is the image which I have just now pasted. No image available. This text will display, and it's a PNG image. Okay. So what it's left now? We have done almost everything, right? Okay. What we have done in category, we have done everything. I think. Delete is also working. Okay. One thing is left. That is the event that we have taken. Item data bound. Yeah. This event is left. What we want, like in the data table, we are displaying the all categories, right? In the column is active. It displaying true or false. Means if it is active, it displaying true. We don't want to display true. We want to display, instead of true, we need to display active. If it is false, we need to display inactive, right? For that, like we have taken this event item data bound. Okay, so what will the code here? So here first we have taken the if condition. Here the first check, the item type is of list type item. Okay, and list type item alternating item. Okay, so if it is any of this, then it will going to come inside this if block, and first it will find the label, the label control with the name, with the id name as lbl is active. Okay, so it will going to find with the name of this uh, label id. Okay, then it will find the text, the value contains in this, in the text, that is true or false. Okay, because we are can see here in category, for displaying the is active, we have taken here one label control. Okay, so from there it will going to find that value, whether the value is true or false. If it is true, the text value is true, that means we need to display there active, and we need to change the color also. So that's why we have given here the css class, that is bootstrap class over here, patch success. Okay, and if it is not true, other than true, that is false. Okay, so that's why we need to display there text as inactive, and the background color will be changed to danger, that means it should be in red color. Okay, so now that will work. I think everything is done now. Okay, now let's run and see. Now let's add one category. So first one, pizza. Click on add. Okay, it's added. Now you can see previous it was showing true or false. We didn't make that is active, so that's why it is false. But instead of false, now it's displaying inactive. If we click on add it, can update it. Okay, now after updating this should be clear, right? The image contains in it should be clear, and let's update and see. Can see the image is cleared right now, and here can see active, the active here can see this one. The color, background color has been changed after clearing. Okay, after when we clear it, we need to make it hidden. Okay, so we'll do that, and let's add another category to pizza. We'll add burger. Let's add this, open, active, add. If we click on edit, click on edit, so this will get filled. Okay, and clear, it will go into clear. Okay, let's add breakpoint over here. If we click select any image and then let's displaying. Yeah, now it's displaying. Click on edit. Okay, now it's displaying. Click on clear. It will clear every field ex except that image. Okay, so image will also be clear. Okay, so we'll leave as it is. Okay, filter also like by the name here. Click on the name column. We'll get filter here, as well as for the active inactive column. Date wise also we can filter. Okay, we can search also like we want to search for burger, so based on that it will display over here. Okay, as well as like we want to take the print here, click on print and see here. It will take a print, or you can want to save as PDF, you can save it. Now right now it's save as PDF, so click on save, so it will going to save that record. Okay, click on save. So where you want to save, just click on save and it will going to save it. Saved desktop. Let's see this one. You can see that record has been saved in this file, at what time and what date it has been saved, so that will display here, and it's taking the default name. Okay, that is foodie admin. Okay, and the name column, there is no image. It will not going to save the image, right? We are displaying the image in the image URL, right? And then the action, that is link button I have taken, so this both column won't save in this PDF format. Okay, so it will display other record. Okay, so let's close this. CSV, it will going to save. You can see here admin.csv. Double click on it, it will open. Can see here, can see the date also is there. Okay, just close it. Can print in PDF as well. PDF file has been saved. Open a new tab. Okay, so as you can see, the color PDF data will display here. Okay, okay, let's close this. That's it for today. Okay, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye, take care, thank you for watching.